If we were to up the AC just a little bit and give it 15, so it has some kind of armor on, then we could get ourselves a CR3. All right, let's take a look at this Dark Tide Knight. We have a medium humanoid with AC 13, 98 hit dice. Should be a CR3, like I mentioned before, with the following stats of 17 strength, 16 dex, 14 constitution, 10 intellect, 11 wisdom, and 11 charisma. With that out of the way, we have nothing in the skills area to worry about, and we can actually move down into the monster trait section. And the first one we have is Bonded Mount. The knight is magically bound to a beast with an innate swimming speed trained to serve as its mount. And a lot of talking to basically say no effect. And move right down into Sneak Attack. The knight deals an extra 7 damage when it hits a target with a weapon attack and has advantage on the attack roll, or when the target is within 5 feet of an ally or the knight that isn't incapacitated. Alright, so same idea as the rogue. We can then add in an extra 7 damage. Don't have anything like that normally, so we'll go ahead and in the extra damage section here, we'll just add in... We'll expect to get Sneak Attack every round of combat. Well then, so then we would expect this damage here to be 14 instead, because we're going to do a short sword attack twice. We'll modify that and then come back to changing that if need be. Well, actually, that's everything for the monster traits, so we can move into the action section now. And we have a multi-attack. The knight makes 2 short sword attacks. Alright, so let's take a look at what we have here. We have short sword and lance, both of these at +5 to hit. And we have the short sword at 1d6 + 3. And then the lance is 1d12 + 3 as well for 9.5. And we also have Uncanny Dodge. When the attacker the knight can see hits it with an attack, the knight can have the damage against it. I think the closest thing would be Avoidance. You know, that's pretty close. And it's only once per reaction. Very similar. Not necessarily similar, but it's close enough, I think. Uncanny Dodge to Avoidance, so I would suggest using Avoidance for Uncanny Dodge. So we have our reaction set. Let's go back to the multi-attack here, and we will do 2 short sword attacks, which will be just that times 2, for a total of 13 points of damage, and then we would do that every round of combat. So let's see what happens here. That times 3, and you're right, you found a CR2, and we have, we're supposed to have a CR3. So, what's going on here? The AC is very low. For a knight, I'm surprised the AC is as low. The AC shouldn't be this low. For a Dark Tide Knight, I would expect some kind of armor, because currently this person is just swimming around in the ocean with nothing on. Maybe that's the idea, like they're just, I don't know, they're like mer people or something. You got me. I might say, what if we up the AC a little bit? Let's say we give it 15 AC. If we were to up the AC just a little bit, and give it 15, so it has some kind of armor on, then we could get ourselves a CR3. That would be a very fast way of fixing the Dark Tide Knight, especially since it already has a very high rating here of, you know, an OCR 4. So we have a striker, and that's where I would like to keep it. So I would say give it some kind of armor, bringing it up from 13 to 15, and that's the best way to fix the Dark Tide Knight, in my opinion anyways.